Good morning. It's not quite 10. I'm listening to ABBA. Mamma Mia is my favorite musical. I love it. It's hard to sit still when you hear that music. Hi. Okay, I'll stick to my day job. Anyway, it's a cloudy day and it's getting warmer and the snow is melting a little bit. And that's what's happening in my neck of the woods on this Friday, March 6th, the 6th of March. Can you even believe it? It is the 6th of March. Yowza. Anyway, we have a lot of fun things to show you today. And I'm going to talk about my my sad Easter class. Okay, it is 10 o'clock. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to Franklin, Massachusetts this morning. It's 10 o'clock, and we're going to show you some fun things that we're going to make. And I'm going to talk about my sad, very sad Easter card class, which I'm still going to have. It's just been, instead of plan A, it went to plan B, then B went to C, and C went to D, and now we're on plan E. So anyway, moving right along, let me just show you what I did this week. So I was perusing the internet, and of course, I check out some of my favorite demonstrators, and one is Brian King. He's a demonstrator. I don't know where he lives. Somewhere, I don't know. Anyway, so I think in South somewhere. But anyway, he's very talented, and he featured the Snippets Design Series paper, which I have, and I've seen. It's really, really, I like it. It's called Square Snippets, and you get 12 sheets, of course. There are 4 different, I'm going to show you this now first. Let me see if I can move that back out a little bit so you can, whoops, that's not it. Wait a minute. Let me move this over and see if I can bring this down so you can see it a little bit better. Okay, wait a minute. Hold on. Hold, please. There we go. All right. So here we go. So you get 12 sheets, and there are 4 different sheets with different designs on them. This first one I'm showing you are squares that are 4 inches square. So you get 9 of them in this sheet, and they're all different colors. Actually, the palette that is used, it's really pretty. It's Blueberry Bushel, Cajun Craze, Darling Duckling, Garden Green, Misty Moonlight, Peach Pie, Pool Party, Pretty in Pink, Pretty Peacock, Secret Sea, and Strawberry Slush. So you can see combinations of these colors. They all match lovely. So there's one. And the flip side, actually the flip side of all of these, is a very subtle diagonal pattern. I love it. Very subtle. It'll make a very nice background, make a very nice layer, whatever. Anyway, so here's the second set of whoops, wait a minute. I wanted to show you this one and this one. Okay, all right, so now we get into the ones that are 3 inches square. And on these, you get 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 3 inches square. Look at how pretty they are. Look at the colors. Look at the designs. Very, very pretty. And then there's another one of different designs, excuse me, all different colors, patterns, really pretty. I just love it. And then here is the larger one that I didn't show you. This was, oh, wait a minute, yes I did. Where is my other piece? Wait a minute, hold on. The one that we used today is probably still in this package because I have already used, yeah, here it is. Yeah, here it is. This is the one. So anyway, this is a real good morning. Good morning, Deb. Thank you for popping on. Nice to have you join me this morning. So I love this set. I just think they're really pretty and they're fun. And so as I was saying, let me bring this back here so I can move this. I can get this bigger so you can see this. Takes a little bit of adjusting. There we go. So Brian King is one of the demonstrators that I follow, and he did a really cute card. And so I have actually copied, I would say 99% of this card is exactly as Brian did his card. I changed it up just a little tiny bit. But I took the pattern, I took the template, I cut out the squares. They're not square anymore, they're different dimensions. And it's just a really, really cute card and fun to make. Then I took the not lovely arrangements, what is it called here? Oh, what is this called? Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold, please. Here it is right here. Nature Symphony. I took the Nature Symphony stamp set, and I used this flourish to make this card. So there we go. So this, boy, am I confused this morning. This leaf set. So anyway, let me tell you what these measurements are, just in case you want to know. First of all, the base is the regular, usual, the 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, or actually 11. You fold it in half and score it at the 4 1/4 mark. And then this layer, which is Secret C, is 5 1/4 by 4. The white is 5 by 3 3/4. This next layer of Secret C is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4, and then we have 4 different panels of that designer paper. Now the first one is 3/4 of an inch wide, and it is 2 inches tall. This one is 3/4 of an inch wide, and this is 2 1/2 tall. And then this one is 2 1/2 wide, as this is 2 1/2 wide. But the top rectangle is 2 inches, and then this one is 2 1/2 inches. So I cut them. I took a piece of Secret Sky and I laid them on top, put obviously some snail on it, and glued them all together and made sure they butted very nicely. Then I laid it on the white, then the white went on the Secret Sea, and then it went on the base of Strawberry Slush. Then I took the Strawberry Slush and I took this die, cut this out, put a little adhesive on it, and then I did the Hello Friend with a little embellishment, and there is the card. Isn't that easy? And this I actually did in the hot dog fold because I liked it. And I like this Hello Friend sending smiles, and then I did the little flourish on the bottom and with the little leaf on top. So there is that, and there is the envelope. So I'm going to show you one that we're going to do. We're going to do a totally different color pattern. We're going to start out with, we are starting out with Pretty Peacock. And this is, again, the hot dog fold. This is the length, 11 inches, and the excuse me, I have a little tickle this morning, is 4 1/4. So then we just scored it at that 4 1/4 mark. And of course, we're going to make sure that this is a nice crisp fold, because we like crisp folds. We want it to look very nice. So then the next thing I'm going to do is take a piece of garden green cardstock, and I am going to adhere it to the front of the card, because the palette that I'm using has garden green and Pretty Peacock and balmy blue, a little bit of pretty in pink, but you'll see. All right, so there's this layer. And this is going on just like this. East, west, north, and south. Perfect. Like that. Here we go. Then the next layer will be a piece of white cardstock. And again, this is a 1/4 inch smaller size. So this one, I always do the metric. I don't know why that pops up like that. Anyway, it's 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm doing this because Kitty, my friend Kitty in Florida, likes to know what the measurements are. And so I'm hoping that she's writing these down. Or hopefully she'll be able to pick it up when she watches the replay, because I don't think she's on here this morning. Okay, so this is going to go on like this, just like that. All right, now I'm going to take a piece of garden green cardstock. This layer is 3 1/2 inches by 4 3/4. So this is where the puzzle starts. So I'm going to take these 4 pieces of this beautiful snippet paper, and I'm going to place them like this. I think I'm going to put this on here like this. Then I'm going to put this piece right like that. I think that's going to look good. And then, what do you think, Debbie? How's this looking? And this is going to go here, and this is going to go here like that. What do you think? I think it looks good like that. All right, so let's get this adhered. Let me move this over here and get these glued up. I love my silicone pad because, as you can see, okay, so well, it is coming out now. The adhesive wasn't coming out, but it'll happen again, and I'll show you what we do. All right, so this is going to go in the upper left-hand corner like this. Alexa, turn the volume down. I'm listening to Mamma Mia. I don't know if you can hear it or not, but it was a little bit loud, so I don't want to interfere with what we're doing here. It's my favorite, 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 favorite musical. Okay, so here are the flowers, and we're going to put those on just like this, and I'm going to make sure that I have it right up like this. Nice slice. There we go. Whoops. I want it to make sure that I get it exactly even. There we go. That's better. All right. And now I'm going to take this piece, and we're going to put some adhesive on this. Oh, my little fast fuse is working perfectly this morning. Like it. Thank you, Deb. All right, so this is going to go on like this, abutting it right up to the edge of that top piece of paper. And then this one, look at that. My adhesive is just working perfectly. Sometimes it doesn't, but that's why you have a silicone pad, because if your adhesive is not rolling off your applicator perfectly, you can just roll it on the silicone pad and it will give you exactly what you need. It'll start coming out very nicely. All right, so this is going to go on like this. There we go. Now, I can see that when I put this on, I think you can see it too. Let me pull this out of the way. You can see there is a thinner margin right here than there is here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my little snipper with my little trimmer, and I'm going to bring this in, and I'm going to take off like maybe a 1/16 of an inch, holding the brace at the top and the bottom, and take that off. There we go, perfecto. Now let me see the top. Okay, so the top is a little bit thinner than this one, so I'm going to just fix this by taking about a 1/16 of an inch off here, because it would drive me crazy. There we go. Perfect, 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 perfect. All right, now let's get this out of the way, and let's bring this back in, and let's put some adhesive on here, like such. Oh, I think Alexa's having a little hiccup over there. You can go to sleep, Alexa. It's fine. All right, now, whoops, I'm going to bring this in. I want it like this. Make sure I've got it the right way. I do. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? That green and the pretty and peacock. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. So that's going on like this. There we go. Okay, now I already went ahead and cut this out. So here is my leaf. I love it. I think it's absolutely beautiful. And so what I'm going to do is turn this over. I'm going to take my Tombow, only because it's going to be a little bit easier to use the Tombow on applying an adhesive versus using some kind of tape runner. It would just be a little bit messy and it would get all over the place. So let me spread this out just a little bit. I want a little bit on every single petal. Okay, that looks good to me. Now I'm going to take this and pick it up and bring it over. And I'm going to place it right down like that. There we go. Oops. I got a little bit of glue there, but that's okay. What I'm going to just do is tap this down. Tap it, tap it, tap it like that. And I am going to take normally I would have a baby wipe here, but I don't. So let me just, where's my baby wipe? Oh, they're over the other table. That's all right. I'm just going to take this. Normally I'd take a baby wipe, and I just have a little bit of dabbing to do here to pick up that Tombow, because that's adhesive. It's a great adhesive. I love the Tombow. I love it, I love it, I love it. Oh, you know what I forgot to do? No problem. We'll fix that. All right, so here's this. That's done. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I should have done this before I put my leaf on, but I'm going to see if I can wing it. I'm going to take my pretty peacock ink with my brush, a blending brush, and I'm going to see if I can just add a little bit. Now, instead of using a circular motion, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to daub this a little bit, just to give it, oh yeah, see, that's working. And I'm not getting any on the designer paper. Now, if you were here in class, here I go with the hiccups again. what is it, Friday morning hiccup day. I get hiccups every Friday morning. Maybe it's because I'm talking a lot. All right, so here we go. I'm just being very, very gentle here. Just dabbing it. And I'll pull this up to the camera a little bit closer so you can see. But it adds just a little bit of extra pizzazz, I think. Okay, let me see if I can show you that. Can you see that? Can you see it? It looks a little bit darker in the centers. I like it. Perfect. But in class, what I would recommend that we do is to take that leaf flourish and put it on your grid paper and use your brush and do the same thing, just like that, on the leaves, just like that. Okay, so that's that. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I am going to take the inside. Now I went ahead and stamped, the message on the outside is going to say thank you. This says so very much. I already stamped that. I stamped my little flourish here. But let's get this adhered on the inside of the card very quickly. Look at that. My adhesive is working perfectly. When I want to demonstrate one of the benefits of having a silicone pad, my adhesive is working just perfectly. Which is great. That's good. That's nice. Okay, there we go. So this is going to go on the inside like this. And going to make sure east, west, north, and south looks pretty good to me. There we go. There's that. There's this part of the card. Now I'm going to take my message. I stamped thank you. I used the Lovely Arrangements stamp set. I used 3 different stamp sets this morning. The Lovely Arrangement is great. I like these words. I love the fonts. So I took this thank you, stamped it in Pretty Peacock, and now I'm going to take some dimensionals, and I'm still using these dimensionals that I've had. Actually, look at this piece right here. These came from a paper pumpkin kit, and I mean, I had tons of them, so I said, why not use them? I mean, I just cut them up to the size that I need, and there. Okay, so that's going on like that. And then this is going to go on. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it right down here like this. A little bit off to the side, just like that. I could put it in the middle, but I think I'm going to put it down here. I don't know why. My head says to put it down there, so that's where it's going to be. Now, the next thing is I'm going to take my... I'm going to take these embellishments. These are, I think these are pearls of beauty. I absolutely love them though. Look at how pretty they shine. Can you see that? Can you see there is a little bit of shine to it? I think it's really beautiful. So let me get this. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the larger ones and I'm going to put it right here like this. Just like that. Just one. That's all it needs. Just one like that. And there you have it, my friends. There is the card of the morning. There is the first one that I did this week. Whoops. Here's the one that was on my newsletter, and here's the one that I just created. But isn't that pretty? That snippet design paper is so beautiful. It's so pretty. So this morning, oh, wait a minute, I forgot to do the envelope. Here, let's do the envelope while I've got this ink out already here. Let me move this. Yeah, this morning, again, insomnia set in. It's part of my life now. And so I came downstairs and very quietly, because Jack was still sleeping, he doesn't have insomnia. I don't know what it is with these men. All right, so I'm going to stamp this. I'm going to get my little Pierce pad, because this is a photopolymer stamp, and you know how we are with photopolymers. And I'm going to stamp it off on my grid paper first, and then I'm going to come in here and just stamp it like that, just to give it a subtle, whoops, you didn't even see that, to give it a subtle look, okay? So I stamped it off, and then I stamped it on my envelope. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little flourish, which is a bunch of leaves. Full strength, I'm going to stamp this, and here we go. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So there is the envelope that matches this card. Isn't that pretty? I just think it's so pretty. So, as I said, this morning in my insomnia, I came downstairs and I said, let's create a couple more cards. So the first one I did was this one. I used, again, the same, I used squares from the Snippet design paper. Look at how pretty this is. The Garden Green and the Darling Duckling and Daffodil Delight. And this one says, you're on my mind. I love it. I think it's pretty. And I put 3 little they're kind of like a pearl. They're flat back pearl. And then I use this ribbon. I love this ribbon. This is the Darling Duckling ribbon. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it really is a lovely ribbon. It's got a lot of, I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got a lot of grain to it, and it makes a nice knot. It actually makes a nice bow too, but I decided to make a knot. Look at how pretty that is. Just simple, simple, simple. So there's that. And the other thing, and then the inside, of course, I had to do the inside. I used the stamps from that set. And then what I did was I also used some of this paper, which I've had this sitting in my, this is called Pastel Shimmer Designer Paper. I've had it sitting in my box. Guten Morgen, welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. Where are you from, Guten? Where are you from? Please let us know where you're hailing from. Anyway, this is the paper that I used. I love it. It's so pretty. It comes in 3 different colors. It's the Darling Duckling, the Pretty in Pink, and Pool Party. But it's beautiful. It's a specialty paper. It's got a nice shimmer to it. So I thought it would be pretty to use as one of these layers, which I did here. So that's that. And then I made one more. And this one I absolutely love. This is using, again, 3 different papers from from the square snippets, excuse me. And then I took the piece of the Pretty in Pink shimmery pastel paper, and I ran it through the all in a row folder, which I love. I think, you know, right now this month, the fetish I have is the all in a row folder. I love it. I just love the daintiness of those little flowers, the little tiny dots, the horizontal and the vertical lines, and then the squares that are plain. So I thought it would pair very nicely with this designer paper, and it does. And so I used a message from the banner greetings, wishing you good things, and on the inside, happy birthday. So there is that one. So these are the ones that I made early this morning. And then this is the one that we just finished. Oh, you know what? I didn't put any Winky on here. What is wrong with me? Let's put some Winky on here. Let's just put some Winky. Yeah, look at that. Silly me. You know how I am with Winky. You have to, oh, and that even enhances that vein in the leaf. I think that's really pretty. Since I put a little bit of that Pretty in Peacock down the center of those leaves, it kind of enhances that look. I like it. There we go. Whoops. There's one of my gray hairs. Yeah, I'm gray now. I'm not dyeing it anymore. Too much work, too much money. Anyway, there we go. All right, there's that. So that was just a little added pizzazz. So that was the one that we did this morning, that I did this morning, and this is the one that was in my newsletter. So that is it, my friends. Now, let me tell you, okay, so that's what we're going to be doing next week. If you're going to be coming to my class, certainly let me know. And you will have your choice, because obviously there are only so many pieces of paper. Actually, there's a lot of squares, because there are 2 sheets that have 9 on them, and there are 2 sheets that have, or 4 sheets that have 12 on them, whatever, 16 on them. So there's a lot of options. You'll have a lot to pick from. But I wanted to talk about my Easter class. I am going to have a class 2 weeks from tomorrow here. Unfortunately, and you know I've said this many times, if you see something in the catalog or online, you really need to order it ASAP, because it will sell out. And guess what? So the day after I talked about the class that I was going to have, I went to look online, and the ephemera packs were sold out. The designer paper was low inventory. So I tried to scurry through my network of demonstrators to see if anybody had extras, which unfortunately they didn't, because of course it's gorgeous and everybody wants to do that class using those products. So anyway, to make a long story short, what I'm going to do is today, I will take pictures of the cards that I have, and we will have lots of setups available. You'll have your choices of many cards to pick from. It's not going to involve product, because at this stage of the game, I can't get anything. So we'll use what I have. It'll be a fun time. We'll make cards. We'll also make the little Easter baskets. I'll have options for that as well. So if you're interested in coming to that class on Saturday, 2 weeks from tomorrow, it's the 21st, I believe. This is the 6th, 7th, 7, 14, 21st. Yep, that's it. 9 o'clock in the morning we'll start, and we'll have a fun time, and we'll make Easter things. So that is it for today, my friends. I hope that you've enjoyed this. I hope you like what Brian King inspired me to do. He's a great demonstrator. He's really talented. And I just love this paper, and I thought it was a lot of fun making what we did. So hopefully I will hear from some of you who will come to my class Monday or Tuesday of next week. If anybody wants setups, I can do that long distance as well. Okay, I hope you have a great weekend. In our neck of the woods, we're going to be melting and mopping up floors that are getting soaked. We have a place in our basement. We have a little bit of a leak, but it's no big deal in the big picture. So have a great time. Thank you for joining in. I appreciate your support. And Guten, thank you very much. And this other person, thank you very much for joining me. I'm thrilled. Oh, there you are. It's the same address. Thank you very much. Thank you, Guten, for coming. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly. Welcome aboard, and hopefully you can join us next Friday. Namaste, my friends. Until next